What's up guys, and welcome to this week's MurfsWorld. Thank you everybody who stayed as a subscriber during my little mini break. Apologies, everybody's been tuning in every week hoping to see an episode, and obviously it hasn't been one. Obviously with the pandemic going on and work from home, I had an exam to take, so I've got a little one as well who's nearly 2. So it's just been a bit full on, to be honest with you. It's been a bit mad, so I haven't had as much time to be able to get some episodes put together for you, but obviously now I'm back, and every Friday there's going to be a brand new episode for you. If you're new to the channel, each week I'm here to review different films and TV shows across streaming services such as Netflix, Amazon and Sky, as well as video on demand, and also sometimes cinema reviews as well. Thank you everybody for your kind messages, see if I was alright and sort of where the channel was, things like that. Big shout out to all of you, thank you very much. A little special shout out to my mate Mo as well, who said he's the #1 fan of MurfsWorld. I don't know, a few of you think it, so I don't know, is he the #1 fan? Let me know in the comments below. I will be doing some giveaways soon in the upcoming week, so make sure you subscribe. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel as well, just hit the little subscribe button down the bottom. Also hit notification to be the first to see as soon as I upload a brand new video. This will help me a lot with getting more viewers and obviously more subscribers to help build our lovely film loving community. This week I will be reviewing I See You Now, a new thriller horror, Project Power, which is like a sci-fi action film on Netflix, The Joker, that's now on Sky Cinema at the moment, Bill and Ted Face the Music, and also Prison Break, which is another reason why I've not been back, because I have been binging it. So without further ado, let's see what I've been watching the last 6 weeks. I See You Now on Netflix. This is a new horror slash thriller movie starring Helen Hunt, who you may remember from As Good As It Gets with Jack Nicholson. The movie is really intriguing and really gripping. The story begins in a small town and a young boy goes missing in the woods, and it's all unexplained circumstances, things like that. Really, it kind of throws you all over the shop for the movie. You know, you don't know what's going on. At one point, you know, you're thinking it's this kind of thing, you know, is it aliens, something like that, or is it a person, is it, you know, is it a monster? It's all these different things going on. It reminds me a little bit of the first It film at the beginning, but then it kind of trails off into more of a thriller sort of horror. It's a really good film, I would say. It's not excellent, don't get me wrong, but with current standards and what we've got to work with at the moment, this is a very decent movie, and I think everyone who's watched it that I recommend it to so far has enjoyed it. So if you're especially into sort of thriller films, detective things, things like that, this will be up your alley. Now, if you like something recently like The Stranger on Netflix or The Outsider, which was on Sky Atlantic, this is that kind of movie. It's got a very dark undertone and it keeps you guessing all the way throughout till the very end, and you're like, oh my God, you know, it's a really good sort of twisty film. So overall, it's not the best film in the world, but the way it's done is really good, and it's not the worst film either. Overall, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10, and I actually really enjoyed it. So if you guys want to check that one out, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As I say, this isn't, you know, sort of a groundbreaking, something new movie, but it's just a very interesting movie, very 90s like. And mind me, so if you enjoy your 90s kind of thriller horrors, you will love this one. So check that one out, guys, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Project Power on Netflix. This new sci-fi slash action thriller movie is starring Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Now, Jamie Foxx obviously had sort of a little break from movies for a while. Now, I don't really know why, because he was probably one of the best top Hollywood actors. There are rumours because he was dating Katie Holmes, Tom Cruise's ex, so I don't know whether or not that's true or not. It's just something I read online. But anyway, he's back and he's been doing a few Netflix films recently. The one before I thought was absolutely pony, but this one is really enjoyable. Now, again, I would state, during the pandemic, obviously, we're a bit light on what we're getting in quality-wise. Big budget films aren't really coming in. So this is the closest thing I've seen to sort of a big budget kind of movie. Now, the story is about a new drug that's kind of been hitting the streets, and it's this little tablet, and if you take this tablet, each one of us has a gene inside of us. So, for example, I might have a gene that's like, gives me like, I don't know, invisibility. So I take this tablet and I can go invisible 5 minutes. You might have one inside you, I don't know, that turns you like, makes you smell like a skunk. You know, it's not all good. So, you know, you might take it, think, oh, I'm going to superpowers and rob a bank, and then everyone's just like, oh my God, you stink, get out. Stink, mate. Take the money, take it, just go. So it's really fascinating because obviously each, you know, anyone who can take this tablet, you don't know what's actually going to happen. If you like sort of Marvel-y kind of films, it's like a kind of darkest kind of sci-fi movie like that. Now, Jamie Foxx's character, he's a kind of separate, you know, vigilante, sort of, is he bad, is he good, you don't really know. And the other main character is sort of a local cop who's kind of got in a bit deep, you know, sort of trying to investigate all of this, what's going on. It's a really interesting movie. Some of the effects in it are really good. It's kind of, you know, painted by numbers to an extent. You know, you kind of can see how it's going to pan out. But overall, it's a really good movie just to sit back, enjoy the nice colours and, you know, just unwind to. So if you're after something that's action-packed, kind of a no-brainer as such, but also with some cool little ideas, this one is for you. It reminded me a little bit of RoboCop 2 when they had that nuke drug. So check that one out, guys, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. The Joker on Sky Cinema. Joker is a film that's really hard to define. The story is about the origins of the main villain in the Batman films, the Joker. He's the most famous villain of all time according to recent polls. Historically, in comic books and movies, no one's ever known the real origins of the Joker, and this is obviously one take on it. Now, if you're not into comic book films, it doesn't matter, because it can be watched as a standalone. This is a great film depicting mental illness and sort of living in the world at the moment, you know, what it's like for a lot of people, a lot of normal people, you know, how the government is treating people and, you know, not really caring, as we're seeing across the world at the moment, you know, where governments are out shooting people, shooting their own citizens, not listening to what they want. And this film is just brilliant. It's shocking. There's so much good drama in it. Honestly, it just grips you from start to finish. I can't really explain it. From the moment it begins to the moment it ends, you're like, wow. And it leaves you sort of just wide-mouthed at the end. I think everyone who's seen it is just like, whoa, there's some real shocking cinema in this. They try to censor a lot of the stuff out. In fact, some of it they had to reduce just to get the film released. So there are some real hard-hitting, shocking moments. Joaquin Phoenix won the Oscar for this, for his portrayal of Arthur Fleck, aka the Joker, which also, as you may remember, Heath Ledger won it for. So this is a real character for actors to get their teeth into. I can't really want to say too much more about this movie. All I will just say is watch it, because it is up there with my top favourite films of all time. So if you love Batman films, you've probably already seen it. If you haven't, watch this anyway. It might actually get you into those sort of films. So yeah, I've jabbered on about this one a lot, but it's just such a good film. I don't really know what to say about it. It's really hard to explain. Just go and see it and let me know what you guys think. If you haven't seen it already, once you've seen it, let me know in the comments, because I'm dying to know. Like, really am. Anyway, check that one out, guys. I can't wait for you to watch it. Prison Break on Netflix. Now, you might be asking yourself, Prison Break? Ain't that a really old one? Yes, it is. But my girlfriend told me, she said it's one of the best series she's ever seen, so I should watch it. And I thought, well, really, there are a couple of series. I think that there's a couple more that I still haven't seen. And I can't say I'm an expert on films and TV if I haven't seen everything. So we started watching Prison Break. First series is 22 episodes long. And obviously nowadays series are usually 10 episodes. So it's like a long series to get through. And at the moment it was 5 series. So I'm meant to be doing stuff to review. So obviously I started watching Prison Break. Next thing you know, it's 4 weeks bloody later. You know what I mean? I've done 4 series. So hence, that is why MurfsWorld's been a bit delayed. Prison Break is a brilliant show. The story is about a guy who's on death row and his brother basically goes into prison to try and break him out. Hence the title, Prison Break. It's very clever. I don't know what they did there. I'm just going to talk about series 1 very briefly. You may have already seen this, obviously skip ahead if you haven't, but if you haven't seen it, I'd really recommend watching it, because I'm so glad I did, especially, you know, having a good budget, things like that. It's nice to sort of sit and watch something that's top quality. And the first series is absolutely remarkable. It's some brilliant characters. One of my favourite characters now of all time in TV, known as Teabag. You know what I mean? We've all taken a pocket sometimes, we've had to. Each episode's one of those series where you're basically just like, oh, go on. Ah, you know, it's really frustrating kind of TV series. But also some really clever moments, some really far-fetched moments as well. Look, it's entertainment, yeah? You've got some switch off your brain, just go with it and enjoy it. So if you haven't watched Prison Break and you're stuck in, you're thinking, oh, I've run out of things to watch, you know, there's some crap coming out, you know, just check out Prison Break if you haven't seen it and start that, because, you know, it gripped me. Really good. Glad I watched it at last, and now I'm glad I finished it so I can get into some more new stuff for you guys. That's all we've got time for this week, guys. It's good to be back. Honestly, it feels so nice. Like, obviously, it's great seeing all your family and stuff, spending time, but obviously not out and about seeing your friends. This is the closest I get. So please leave a comment. Everybody, if you watch the videos, leave a little comment. Let's catch up. You know what I mean? I miss you. And it would be really good to everyone chatting. My question to you this week is, what film are you dying to see that's coming out this year? Because obviously a lot of films have been pushed back to next year, which done my head in. For example, I'd like to say a big happy birthday to my beautiful partner Ariel, whose birthday was yesterday, and we were actually going to go see The Conjuring #3, but unfortunately it's been pushed back till next year. So what film are you dying to see that is actually going to come out this year? As I mentioned earlier as well, I've got 6 weeks or so worth of viewing. I did get quite a lot in, so next few weeks are actually going to be chock-a-block. So this week's episode's been a little bit longer with a few more reviews, but obviously I'm trying to get back up to date. So make sure you guys tune in, and as I said before, if you haven't already, hit the notification tab, so as soon as I upload a new video, you will be informed. And don't forget to tell your friends as well. They might find something useful to watch. And also don't forget to look back at previous episodes, because I've reviewed well over 100 different TV shows and movies. So if you're stuck for something to watch, you might find something to save your evening. That's it. Thanks a lot, guys. And yeah, can't wait to see you guys next Friday. Thank you very much. Have a great week. See you next Friday.